my friends. Welcome to the very first episode of Workday Playdate. Yes, you heard that right. We have a new name, same mission, but even more fun. Now, to all my Improve It peeps, I just want you to know, not a lot is changing around here except the name. And you know, we're all about energizing leaders through play. But here's the deal. Why the name change? Here's the why. We wanted to expand the circle and invite even more peeps to the table. So if you're a leader at work, at home, in your community, then this is your space now to recharge, to rethink, and bring even more joy to your day. So I want you to grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your kombucha, whatever fuels your soul, and let's get into today's snack. So I know you wherever you are right now, driving in your car, getting ready for the workday, walking outside. You're the leader who wants to make an impact. You care about people. You want your team to thrive, but let's be real. Some days it feels like a freaking uphill battle. There are things like burnout. There's disengagement. That moment when you ask a meeting or ask a question in a meeting and get crickets. All of those things sound familiar, I'm sure. It is not you, my friend. It is the challenge of modern day leadership. And today we are tackling that topic head on with something that can change your entire approach: radical empathy. So empathy in theory sounds great, right? But in practice, it is tough. How do you balance being an approachable leader while still holding your team accountable? How do you create space for real human connection without sacrificing productivity? I've got good news, my friends. There's a way to do both. And today I am sharing a simple improv-based activity to help you flex that empathy muscle in just a freaking few minutes a day. So here is your Workday Playdate challenge. It's called Walk in Their Shoes. Here's how it works in 4 easy steps. Step 1, in your next one-on-one or team meeting, I want you to take a moment to ask someone, what's been the biggest challenge for you this week? Genuinely ask that question. What's been the biggest challenge for you this week? You could even use it as a way to start your meeting as like an icebreaker for the team. Step 2, you're going to actively listen without interrupting. And here's the most important part. You are going to repeat back what they said in your own words to show them that you truly understand. You're going to follow up with, if this is step 3, if I were in your shoes, here's how I might feel. And then tell them how you might feel and ask, does that resonate with you? So this simple exercise is validating their experience and it fosters deeper understanding between you and your team. Step 4 is listening to their response, how that resonated with them. So let me repeat that again and I'll give you an example. So step 1, start off your meeting or an interaction with someone on your team by asking, what's been the biggest challenge for you this week? Step 2, actively listen. Like, don't listen and interrupt, literally listen. I have an acronym. What are words today, y'all? What are words? I have an acronym that I use all the time, which is WAIT. Why am I talking? Step 2 is simply listening, not saying anything, and making sure you truly understand. Step 3 is following up with them with this simple line. If I were in your shoes, here's how I might feel. Does that resonate with you? And step 4 is listening to how it resonated with them. So, for example, if I ask Susan on my team in step 1, what's been the biggest challenge for you this week? And Susan then says to me in step 2, she is really struggling with getting clients to write her back. She's in sales. She is struggling with hearing back from clients. And she's been ghosted a couple of times this week in meetings. So step 3, I'm going to follow up with, if I were in your shoes, here's how I might feel. I would feel frustrated by that. And I would ask myself, is the approach that I'm using different? What can I do to change it up? And I also might feel frustrated that I've been doing the same thing and getting the same results. Is that how you're feeling, Susan? And then step 4, I sit back and I listen. I want you to try this simple activity, walk in their shoes today. I want you to try it in just one conversation, see what shifts. And if you really like this activity, there's so much more where that came from. My book, I See You, A Leader's Guide to Energizing Your Team Through Radical Empathy, is literally $23. It is chocked full of activities like this. You can get it in the show notes. There's a Kindle version and an Audible version as well. And actually with the book, there is a free resource guidebook built in conjunction with the book that gives you all these activities and more. So would love, love, love for you to pick up a copy of I See You if this activity resonates with you. We also have a keynote built in conjunction with the book called Empathetic Leadership. It's great for a team offsite, a conference. It's meant to be for crowds of over 100 of people or more. So know that that is something that exists here at Improve It as well, should you want to take your empathy exercising to a next level. So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a journal prompt to help you keep this work going. Okay? So here is your journal prompt. We're going to put this in the show notes for you too, so you have it there. Open up a section in your phone for notes and start typing, or jot down in a notebook the answers to this question. There's actually 2. Who is one person on my team or in my life that I see working hard but may not feel seen? Who is one person on my team or in my life who is working hard but may not feel seen? And question 2, what is one small way I can acknowledge them today? What is one small way I can acknowledge them today? And I don't know if you just heard my little computer alarm going off there, but that was the universe's sign telling us that these are indeed great questions to ask ourselves and answer. It's the small moments, my friends, that create this really big impact. So that is your Workday Playdate snack for today. It's just a little quick bite before we get into the meat and potatoes on Wednesday. So now every Monday, you're going to get a Workday Playdate snack and a full episode dropping on Wednesdays. On Wednesday of this week, we're diving into radical empathy, and we're going to do that with real stories and real life examples of people who have used radical empathy after reading the book I See You. It's real life case studies, if you will. And let me just tell you, this is an episode you don't want to miss if you want to really exercise that empathy muscle. Now, until then, my friends, I want you to keep playing, keep leading, and remember, every day is a work day, and a work day is a play date waiting to happen. The world needs that special it that only you can bring. Until next time, my friends, I will see you soon.